What's going on, folks? I'm about to show you what you could do if for some reason, say your gas stove is not lighting your burner. Like say you get most stoves, you'll have 4 burners. You'll have like one here, one over here, one over here, and then one over here pretty much. All right, say for example, you turn on this gas knob right here, and when you turn it on, say this burner right here is not working. But when you turn it on, you don't see a spark right here, or if you look at the other side, you don't see a spark over here either. When you turn on any of these knobs right here, which will be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 across, each one of these knobs will make this right here is called your spark modulator. This little thing in the middle right here. I'm going to show you how it works. You'll have one over here, and also you'll have one right here. Both of these will be your spark modulators. So when you turn on your knob right here, it's going to make this spark modulator come on as well as the other one come on. That's how it's supposed to work. So if you watch, I'll show you. I'm going to turn this one on. But what you'll see happen is, if you get up close on it, you'll see this one come on, and you'll also be able to see the other one come on. I'm going to show you it now. So even once the flame, if I turn to light, see that? Now look at the other side. If you look over here at the other side also, there's a spark still there, and this one is still on too because it's a light. So as you can see that when I turned on this knob, right here, it also made the other side spark modulator also come on. So basically, I have both modulators on at the same time. That's in the middle of my thing. So I have one right here, and I have one right here. So when I turn on any of my knobs that's on the front of my stove, it's going to make both of them come on. Now say, for example, this one for some reason isn't working. But when you turn on this knob right here, you turn this knob on, this spark modulator doesn't come on, or this spark modulator doesn't come on. None of them come on. But when you turn, say you go to the knob right next to it, and you turn on this knob, and you turn on this knob right here. Once you turn this one on, if you see the spark comes on there, and it comes on the other side also, what that tells you is that your spark modulators are working, and that this valve over here is working right also. So you'll see that both of those are working. So you know that this one turned on this side and this side, the spark modulator. So more than likely what that tells you is that this right here is bad. So what it is probably is that your ignition wiring harness is bad, which needs to be replaced, which is basically, it's a thing, if you look up underneath here, you'll see it's this right here that needs to be replaced. This is where your ignition wiring harness is going to be up underneath. I'm going to show you that in a second. Hold on. So like I said, so if when you turn on this one, no spark comes here or no spark comes there, but when you turn on the other ones, sparks come from all of them, more than likely you'll need to replace your ignition wiring harness, which is, I'm going to show you that. Basically, you come back here behind here, and as you can see, I'm right here. Now you see this right here? These are all connected together by these wires. So you may need to replace this right here, this valve, gas valve, or you could have something wrong with your wiring harness. One of these wires or something like that could have came off of it. You see, they're all connected. That's my second one. Then you go to the other side. That's where your oven is at. And then that would be one of them here and one of them there. So basically you'll have 4 of them, that each one of them is going to your harness pretty much. So like I said, so if the issue is when you turn on, say this one right here, nothing comes on. No spark here, or also no spark here comes on. What it's going to tell you is that you need to replace your ignition wiring harness. So whatever's up underneath here, pretty much, you need to replace that piece. Now say for example that you turn this on and this spark modulator, you can see it right here, say it doesn't spark, but the one on the other side right here does spark, but this one won't spark. So what that's telling you more than likely is that this right here is actually bad, which is your spark modulator. And to replace that, normally you'll have like one screw right here. On different ovens, you'll have a different way you have to replace it. But on this one, basically you just have to take out that and maybe go from underneath it and actually loosen that up to get that out of there. So like I said, so if you turn on this knob and you see a spark on this side, but nothing comes on this side, and if you turn on, say, the next one, say you go to this one, you turn the next one on, same thing. You get a spark on the other side, but not on this side, then what that tells you more likely is, like I said, that your spark modulator right here is bad. The same thing goes for the other side. If you turn on one of these knobs over here and you get no spark at this one, but you get a spark over at the other one, then that probably tells you that this spark modulator is bad over here. So I'm going to show you, for example, just on a quick note, say for example you're cooking and you want to use this burner right here, and say this valve is bad, but the spark modulators are good. Just for example, for what we talked about earlier. So what you could do is turn the gas on this one where you got gas. You can come over here and watch what happens when I turn the ignition on. It's going to light both. See, both of them at the same time? That's because, like I said before, all of these are connected. So when you turn on any of these right here, it's going to create a spark on both sides pretty much to light it. So like I said, but back to the other point is, if you're turning on this one and you see a spark on that side, but you don't see a spark on this side, the same thing, you turn this one on, you see a spark over there, but no spark over here, and that says more likely that your ignition, or that your spark modulator, which is right down here, is what's going to be bad. Now there could possibly be another issue with your stove, also the reason why a burner won't light. So say you're turning on this burner right here, and you see a spark over there, so it tells you that this right here is working, that your ignition harness part is working right, but for some reason this one just won't come on. Now like I said, it could be that this actual ignition, your actual modulator is bad, your spark modulator is bad, or it could be, there could be something that's blocking it. If you look close to where your modulator is at, you'll see a little opening right here. And that happens to be the problem that was going on with this oven right here, why it had to be fixed. This right here, which is like a little piece of food pretty much, was pretty much stuck right in between here. It was blocking the gas pipe from letting gas go to the burner. So now when you turn it on, you'll watch me turn it on, it's not going to light. You'll hear sparks, see, but this one just won't come on. And matter of fact, this one wouldn't come on this. When I turn this one on, see, it won't light. The burner's not working. Same thing if I turn this one on. The burner's not working. You can hear the spark on that side, so you know they're sending a signal out, but for some reason, neither one of these burners are working. And the issue was, sometimes food or something like that can get down, or it can just get sticky stuff on it from cooking from years that can block these pipes. So all I had to do was remove this piece of bread or something that got stuck right there. And once I did that, now you can come out here and turn it on and it should work. See the flame? That one's coming on as well as that one's coming on. So what you want to do, like I said before, thinking that your actual spark modulator is bad, always double check first also to make sure that nothing is blocking these openings. You could have something blocking where this one was at, something on this side, and on this one, possibly even up here there could be something blocking. So you want to make sure that there's a clear pathway for your gas to be able to get to your burners itself. And on some of your stoves, you may not have like this middle piece right here to where the spark is at and the gas goes to here to get to your burner. Your spark modulator may sit kind of up underneath your burner itself. So in those type, there's a little hole normally that'll be in your burner. Like this doesn't have it, but you'll have like a little hole. And on those type, actually it does have a little hole in this one also. You can see it really close. And you want to make sure, let me get real close. You see that little hole? Those little holes? You want to make sure those also don't get blocked. Sometimes you can get grease or food or something that can block those holes up. And that also will cause your burner to fail. So in those cases, all you got to do is clean off those little holes right there. And more than likely it'll work as long as your spark modulator and your ignition wire harness is working fine that come off of your actual turn knobs itself. Alright folks, this is some troubleshooting that you can do for your stove just in case one of your burners aren't working. Please check out our other videos and please subscribe. Thanks.